worked, but no. Someone's updating are ruining my settings. And now, guess what? Now that's the start of the fucking stream. That's the start of it. Are you happy, Tim? Are you happy? You did this.
Can Xander talk? Can you guys hear Xander now?
Everyone can hear me. Do I need to scream more?
Yeah.
No, we can all hear you.
How is everyone quiet?
everyone
I literally have like everyone turned up. Do I need to increase your volumes on Discord now?
Xander.
Alright, we'll give it a sec. We'll give it a sec. There's like a delay, right? I know how to set up my audio. It's just that somebody updated random shit.
Unprofessional streamer.
Unprofessional is right. If I was professional, I'd be getting paid for this. I'm just saying. Anyways.
I would love to be paid.
So no one heard my outburst about the Korean restaurant today. Y'all need to worry about it.
I think we all heard it and we saw pictures of it.
At the very least, Coda could have come with. Coda was at the mall, and we told him to come with us. But it's a good thing he didn't come with us, because then he would have had to suffer there, and he would have never gotten to go grocery shopping.
It's a good thing I didn't go.
Shopping is a good thing.
You lucked out, Coda. I mean, if more people had shown up, we probably would have just said, "Screw it, we're not eating at that place. We're gonna find Plan D."
D?
Plan D. Okay, so yeah. So what happened today for everyone who missed our social event where we went to the mall to go check out the new High Five anime store that opened up. We were originally gonna go to Yummy Yummy for some sushi, and we called them ahead of time, and we were like, "Hey, do you do reservations?" And they said, "No, we don't, but that's just how we do, like first come first served or whatever, right?" And so Tim was like, "Hey, so are you busy at like this time?" And they're like, "No, we're not busy at all." So then like we showed up, and lo and behold, there's like a bunch of people waiting outside, and the wait time's like an hour. So then I end up like, okay, well, what's Plan B? Well, Tim was like, all right, that event Plan B is like the Korean place, like in the same shopping center. So we went down there, and it was crowded. And so we were like, okay, damn it. What are we gonna do?
Why is everything crowded?
I don't know, but
is it because yesterday was game day, but still.
I mean,
yeah, but like
it's still a Sunday afternoon, I guess, right around lunchtime.
How many people from like game day are really gonna go to the Korean restaurant that like kind of small Korean restaurant? It's not properly advertised. They're probably gonna go like Dixie Chicken or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, point being, we were like, okay, maybe we find a different plan, and like Plan C was to find Plan D. All right, so
don't worry, we'll start at 7:10.
And then Plan D.
We'll let Xander talk.
Plan D was ended up being to do the same place, but like, you know, add in like Calvin and Evan, and someone dipped out. It was unfortunate. But anyways, the moral of the story is, at some point, if you make me wait for an hour and 45 minutes for my food, I'm going to rip someone's head off.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's how it is. And also, okay, so not only was it an hour and 45 minutes, I was the last one to get my food. And I swear,
he got his
on my life, the table next to us came in like an hour or 30 minutes after us and still got their food at the same time as me.
Oof.
So yeah, not a fan of that place. Won't be going back for a while. And let's just get started with the actual topics for the podcast.
Are we actually?
Yes. It's crazy, I know, but like I get
the actual good podcast people.
I get to control the pace of the stream, not you.
No, you don't. You don't have any idea what scenes and fandoms are. Just shut up.
I control the pace.
No, you don't.
Control the pace.
Anyways. Alright, so our first topic is zines, and okay, so like at first you would look at this word and you'd be like, this must be zines, right? No, it's short for magazines, which so you can imagine what the content is in these. Basically, zines are stuff in fandom in which we basically compile lots of works, content, usually by artists, writers, editors, and we create like an entire magazine just for just content of whatever fandom you're in. Do you have any questions or anything to add, Abhishek or Xander?
I mean, okay, so here's the thing that I've always been confused about whenever I hear you talk about zines. I'm like, wait. So are these like digital magazines, or do you have like actual paper magazines that use like
actually paper?
Okay, you
Yeah.
mail these out to all your like your constituents or whatever.
No, this is mailed out to people who buy it. It's literally pre-orders and stuff.
Whoa,
Yeah,
really?
so like
Yeah.
yeah, so the people running these zines usually they have mods, some of which are just dedicated just for shipping. So they figure out they work with like a manufacturer to actually print them, and then they distribute them. Usually they just ship it out like individual shipping. They don't have the like printer ship them, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but like using pre-orders, we figure out how much you're supposed to be ordering, and then obviously we usually have leftover sales, and we'll have those as well. It's not just usually most of the zines are like they're not just the magazine itself. There's also like extra merchandise like
Yeah.
charms, stickers, and postcards, prints, and those type of stuff as well.
Man,
It depends on like the popularity and things,
the
and
world
like
is so
interest forms.
diverse.
It's very nice. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm just always so sad when people don't like put some time. It's just like it's just like an entire book. It's cool.
It's pretty much just a compilation of like good of like fan art and like or just like fan material that's like in the community that a lot of people like and that you're willing to pay money for.
So why
So
do this like through paper though, and not do it digitally?
There are digital. They're
yeah,
PDFs. You can.
you can usually buy like a PDF copy for cheaper, but I guess a lot of people, and I kind of like this as well, is just having an actual like physical copy is just nicer. Like it's the same reason why you buy anime merch.
Hmm.
Obviously, I
It's like
don't buy anime merch. I guess I'm just the type of person who doesn't care about some of the physical stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like if people like there's also like
you
people who
have
sell stands and
posters
stuff.
and whatnot. I've seen posters in your room.
Hmm.
I've got like okay, so all right. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm gonna save that. I'm actually gonna add a topic real quick. I'm gonna talk
Just gonna
about
add a
merch and
topic. All
easy.
right.
All right. We're gonna stick to
Merch.
Okay.
zines and we'll get to merch eventually. But
Wait, technically zines are merch, so
Yeah,
okay,
they're kind
well,
of the
we can bleed into it.
okay.
It's fine. But go ahead with
We'll
the
yeah.
just adding onto the list.
yeah.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So okay. So here's the thing. So how did you find about like zines and stuff and get involved in them?
Who
Uh,
are you talking to?
Both of
well,
you.
Madeline, you should go first because I got into it via you.
That's true. Um, I think like basically, just like like I'm in a lot of fandom discords. So like for My Hero Academia, I wasn't one that's like, it was for Bakugo specific one. And then from there on, basically there were people who were just advertising their own like their mods, and they were like advertising their zines, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to do about that, so I didn't participate in that one, but I did see it get really popular, as in like, oh, they were like talking about their sales, and they were like talking about how like successful they were. I was like, wait, I can make money. Anyways, I'm greedy person, and that was exciting. So I did try to apply. See, the thing with zines is like an application process. It's like it's basically like a temporary job, right? But like you go in, you apply for the zines, and then let's say like this one is really stupidly popular, so you have like 500 different artists you're competing against, and there's only like 30 spots. And then you sit there and cry tears because you get rejected. Anyways, it's cool because like when you do accept it, it's like interesting because you get to be in a Discord with a bunch of different artists and writers, and then you see everyone's creative process, which I think is like honestly the coolest part about the entire thing. But yeah.
So this is like some kind of elite artist society.
No, it's not elite. Help.
I wouldn't say
Shouldn't be.
it's yeah. It's kind of just whoever's interested because like there's some zines which happen which aren't like they aren't hugely popular. Like
Mhm.
the like if a zine gets 100 sales, that might I think that's like kind of like mid to high, right?
It's
I
all
don't know.
right, I think.
Yeah,
I
so
mean, it also like depends. Like usually when you want like a good mod, then they already have like they have a budget of like money of
mhm.
like they're already prepared for. They're not
Yeah,
just straight up like saying like, okay, we're just doing this for the fun. So they should already have like money prepared, and I would recommend that if you're going into Zane, they should already have like they should have like physical copies and a copy of every single piece of merchandise that they're going to provide for everyone, but should be able to reimburse that for every contributor, because otherwise
yeah,
like they're probably not gonna do it correctly anyways.
yeah. Oh yeah, for contributor reimbursements actually, there's like I know a lot of people are unsure about this when they first get into it, but like some zines only do for charity, and some are actually for profit, where
Oh
they
yeah,
pay
yeah.
back contributors. Uh, like for the couple I've been in so far, they've both been for charity, and the contributors get like the actual zine and like some merch bundles if the like zines sell well.
Hmm.
But all the extra profit is just donated to charity.
Yeah. It is fun because I also get a bunch of free merchandise from artists I really like. So that's always exciting.
Okay, so huh, charity.
Charity, yeah.
What a novel idea.
No, it's cool. Like the last scene I that we finished, we got over $1,000 that was for charity. It was entirely a PDF one. And basically they do during that time period it was for when COVID first started, so it was sent to the CDC.
That's just one way to help. I mean,
It
so I
was.
heard y'all say like what $100 is okay. Like if you sold $100 worth.
No, no, a
No,
hundred copies
Oh, okay,
or
100 copies.
sales.
I mean,
Yeah,
how much do they normally sell for?
a good question.
they
Usually they're like
range.
$30 to 45 for like the
Ooh,
physical one,
okay.
and
So
then
that's yeah.
yeah.
I've seen like 20 to 30 for like individual, maybe like just the like magazine plus like a couple merch stuff. I've seen bundles go up to like 50 or
Yeah,
60.
I've seen up to like $60. That's like with like a lot of content.
Yeah.
There was a One Piece one I really liked.
Crikey, $60. Do you know what I can get with
Uh,
$60?
What?
A half-baked game called Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's what.
You sound very salty.
I am very salty, but we're not gonna go there.
Yeah, no, but like if you compare it to like merch you would buy at a con or something, since like everyone that goes to a con, they're probably gonna spend like 50, $60 on like art or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, okay.
like let's say look
So
at like charms themselves are like one single charm, like a normal one is about like $15. And so if you're getting like a zine that has like, like 5 to 6 charms plus the entire thing, that's like really, really good price.
Wait.
the,
What's a charm?
Wait,
Wait,
like an acrylic charm.
wait.
You don't
Because
know what
no, no. I know what a charm is, but you said it in the context of zines. You're like, if you're getting a zine that's like 5 or 6 charms, I'm like, wait, does the
No, I
zine have
said
charms in it? Like, how does it?
yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
they
like
are.
so like there's the actual like magazine that's like the booklet with the art slash write like fanfics in it, or then you can have also like postcards or stickers, and then charms are
Oh,
another thing. Uh,
interesting.
you know,
I said that earlier.
really just any kind of like merch things. They like the zines can try to coordinate to make it with like one of the
Did you
like
actually
some
say it earlier? Because
factor.
I all I was hearing was like stuff about fan art and stuff, and I was like, okay, it's just
Yes,
fan art. It's just a magazine
I
full of fan
did.
art.
I said
Well, they're
stickers, charms, prints, and stuff.
yeah, although they're usually like the main content is the fan art.
Mm. There usually is mostly art related ones. There are some zines that are more like written ones, but like they're not usually as like unless they're like really big, big name writers. Usually, there you won't be that much focused on.
Recently, there has been like an increase in cookbook zines, which is what I've got into it because I'm not good at art and or writing that much, but I can cook. So I did that, and it turns out like yeah, there aren't that many people like that apply for that, so it's really easy to get in as a like cook slash chef for a cookbook sign if you know how to cook.
Meanwhile, artists, the artist
Uh,
applications.
So then I take it zines aren't strictly like I don't know fandom based. They're like you can do a zine for pretty much anything, huh?
Yeah,
well,
pretty much.
they're usually sorted into like fandoms. Like two of them I've been in for like My Hero. One of them is for like Avatar. So it's by like show, but then as far as like what's in it, like some can be with like the cookbook, some are with like more fanfic heavy, some are just art like and nothing else.
there's ones that like you have specific themes, like for example, like let's say like mythology related, or it could be something like yeah, like there's food related ones, you have travel ones, like for example, if you're like much more of an art, a fashion zine, for example, in which they would like probably make it look like, for example, like characters dressed up in like fashionable clothes and stuff like that, and make it formatted as if it's like a fashion magazine.
Huh. So Abhishek, then, what have you been putting into your cooking zines that you've been involved in? Recipes, food
Yeah,
reviews?
so recipes is what it's been. What they've been, it's been like character themed recipes. So like it's like if this character was to cook something they like, what would they make? That sort of thing.
Oh, cool. So what did you put in?
Um, so I had to make like a Bakugo themed recipe. So I made a very like spicy curry, like curry that you have to use a lot of violent force to make, which I felt like was very appropriate.
Madeline? Was it
Hmm?
appropriate?
I mean, that's appropriate. He likes
I
spicy
like
food.
I literally had to use a meat cleaver, hack up a lamb leg, and bleed all over the countertop, and then like put like a couple spoons of chili powder in it while like making and nearly burn my face off. So
Damn.
fun
Alright.
times.
I gotta have to order that one from you. Alright,
How did it taste?
but don't waste the
it,
lamb blood. Alright.
it did actually taste pretty good. Yeah.
That's good.
Hmm. So, you guys got anything else interesting about zines?
Interesting. Oh, should we talk about complaints?
What are what
Yeah.
complaints about zines or like what?
Yes.
Okay.
It's more about the management, I guess.
Terrible mods, the worst. Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah. I mean, I've done
Oh,
it like
yeah.
8 times already, I swear, on stream, so
All right. Shitty mods. All right. Okay. So people who like straight up like don't do their jobs. Let's say like the shipping mod decides to like just bail and then decide not to. So now we don't even have any merchandise in the first place, and we can't reimburse everyone. That's terrible. That really sucks.
Yeah.
Bunch of assholes.
and how common is that?
Hopefully not common because most of my zines are successful, but like in saying like they actually like finish the product, but like there are situations definitely in which or like they just straight up like forget or like they don't like keep us updated on stuff. That really freaking sucks.
Yeah, I
So
think the
terrible.
other like kind of common thing for bad mods is they expect too much out of people, out of the contributors. Like I've heard of a couple zines where it's like for a 3 month period they expect like I think 3 or 4 art pieces.
I don't know.
Or like one I'm in, I'm not gonna name which one, but we have I think it's a 3 or 4 month timeline, and each of the chefs have to make 6 recipes. So like they want a total of like 40 something recipes. So basically we have like no backups in case like someone drops out.
And how many chefs are in that one? Do you
Like
have like
7.
isn't that a bit
Uh,
overkill?
it's a
Seems a
metric
tad
shit ton of
overkill.
recipes. Like I think we have like 20 something artists on whatnot, or yeah, 20 to 30 artists. Which like I think they have a better understanding for the workload, but like for the yeah for the recipe writing, it's definitely a bit overkill, I think, but it's not too bad. The mods, other than their workload expectations, they're pretty like responsive and reasonable.
Mhm. Yeah, that sounds like that. I've never done that portion before, so yeah. But there are definitely some like zines that they like it feels like there's a disconnect between like much time they expect like most of the people to do versus like how much you actually are capable of doing. Especially since like this is mostly just like fandom stuff, so it's not like your main job or something.
Yeah.
So then, what do you think makes a good mod?
Good mod.
Yeah.
Uh, on top of stuff, good schedule. Make sure to update everyone on stuff like sales. Make sure to take pictures, send pictures. Be sure to like tell people what's it called? to check on people and respond quickly. Responding quickly is definitely a big one.
Yeah.
Also,
I would say having a backup plan when shit hits the fan is always a good thing that a lot of people don't have, I think.
I feel like most do. It's just like it might be a little bit hard for cooks because looking for chefs because you don't know how many there are as much because most
Yes,
people are
that's
not
true.
expecting that. Definitely for sure. Most people are expecting like, oh, find artists, so yeah, backup artists and backup writers, but
Yeah.
maybe not backup like chefs and stuff.
It's well, not in terms of like just when people drop out, but I mean if there's like a delay in the schedule or something,
Yeah.
or like issues with the production or shipping.
Hmm.
Like it's just the I mean, and this is just more than just like zine experience. It's also just like any like most profession management. It's like knowing what to like how to react when something goes wrong. Thing.
Oh, I guess this one's like a little bit not as important, but I think well, it's still pretty important. Like just basically promoting. I feel like a lot of zines don't do a good job of promoting themselves, and
Yeah.
that's the mod's job. And like it's like straight up like sometimes you like have a really good concept and you have really good something else because if you have a like that's why they have guest artists and stuff. If you have a really big name artist like somebody who has like 10,000 followers, 20,000, then it's probably going to be more popular because then you like have people who are just like actually already fans of like the content creator and then they would be more willing to buy it or like you so that's like a reason why a lot of zines would probably when applying they would like prefer artists that are more famous but of course that kind
Yeah.
of sucks for people who are like not as famous to be applied but at the same time you should be like you should have mod that should be able to like promote your zine well through like different events or like just like sharing it on the internet.
where do y'all normally see like advertising?
Usually it's like, the different types of social media, either Discord, Twitter. I highly doubt Reddit. I definitely seen people on Tumblr and
Tumblr.
Instagram.
So, something I wanted to know is, do the mods like actually participate in the zines also, or are they just there for like management purposes?
From personal experience, it's both. Either they want to make content, or sometimes they're just like they just want to moderate stuff, and they're good at that, which is a very useful skill.
Yeah, I've seen both as well. It's just like sometimes the mods also have like are good artists, so they like they'll throw in one of their own pieces as well.
Hmm.
Hmm, cool.
Well, I think what is actually very underrated that a lot of people might not think of it is having a very good graphics mod.
Yes, that is so
Yeah.
important. A good
When
graphics mod makes just everything look so much better.
because just like arranging the final stuff before going to printing is like a huge step that like nobody really thinks about.
There's like because like there are like sometimes like when there's like what's it called when you first have an interest check, that's also the time when usually people apply to be mods, and that's one period you should try to look for a good graphics mod who can help you make sure a either like help promote stuff and make like your promotional pieces look better, or for example you would have just like make sure that the entire like PDF and stuff would actually look like a proper thing instead of like a mess thrown together in PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Do we have anyone in the chat that's part of zines? That's what I want to know. Y'all have any questions? Y'all have any questions for Madeline and Abhishek about zines? That's the benefit of a live podcast. You can ask questions to chat, but maybe some of them are just using us as background noise for studying. Anime 7. Welcome to
I
Aggie-SAMA.
mean, it's fair. It's a Sunday also.
Yeah, it is a Sunday night, and like I think the next round of midterms rolling around.
I just finished all my midterms, so
That's all I'm
thank
saying.
God for that.
I finished round 2 of my exams,
Oh,
and I'm
really?
just waiting on finals now.
No,
I
I
still
got
have
two
a round
midterms
three
next
though.
week.
Alright,
So merchandise.
yeah, it doesn't look like we got questions on zines, so we can move on to merch. So, anyways, where was I going with my initial tangent?
Uh, I compared this to like you hanging up posters in your room as to like why you would want to buy.
Oh right, okay. So the posters in my room, by the way, are like, I have posters of things that I like, but I don't think I've ever actually bought myself posters except for like these two holographic posters I got at Anime Expo 2018, and I think the only reason I bought it really is because I was at the con, because Anime Expo 2018 was my first convention, and really it's like I think one of two conventions I've actually gone to. I don't really count, but then again, I don't really count Aggie-Con as like a convention I went to because I was there as a volunteer, as like a favor to a friend or an acquaintance that I knew. And it's good. It's I have a holographic picture of Avatar Aang and a holographic picture of Saitama, and they're really cool. But like I think they were 40 each, and I would not have spent that money
Yeah.
normally.
How big is it?
Uh, I don't remember the actual dimensions. I would just say like, I guess think of a normal picture frame that you hang on your wall. It's the average
I
size.
see. Yeah, they're actually pretty expensive, especially if it's an artist like that's pretty popular. I've definitely seen like prints from like the costs of like $15 to $40, and but you did say it's holographic, so I imagine that like
Yeah,
that's
that.
the
I
production cost.
assume that's why it probably cost more.
Hmm.
I
It's
mean,
like like the normal prints that most of mine are like 15 or like 10 to 20 usually.
The two I have is $1, the other one is $15, I think.
What's the $1 one?
That's the one I printed from the university, and it's my own paint and
Ah,
drawing.
it's your own work though.
It's not illegal. It's my own work.
Yeah, but we're not good at drawing, so
Terrifying. Come to art meetings.
that's a lot of work though.
jeez. Do we not have like an agreement, a gentleman's agreement to not shill for our own meetings here?
Art meetings are great. You should come.
I did. Well, I came today for like 15 minutes. I didn't really participate, but
It was like 5 minutes. You could come over, walk over to me, bother us when we're drawing,
hey,
and then
I'm
leave.
just saying, if your prompt is to strangle a crocodile, why is everyone drawing an alligator?
What do you mean? Okay. Look here. It might be a crocodile. It might be an alligator, but it's like it's like a long-nosed lizard thing.
Ladies and
That's the
gentlemen,
important part.
she's taken biology.
Long-nosed lizard thing. Good
Look.
description.
My theme, my important, my what's it called? Concentration is on human bodies. I know nothing about animals.
Okay, let's see. What else about merch? So yeah, so when I went to Anime Expo, I've never understood conventions really because I was always like weirded out by the idea of paying money to spend more money, you know. And but I was like, hey, I just graduated from high school. My aunt offered me a graduation trip, and I was like, all right, I'll just grab me and the only other weeb in my family, and we're off. And so that was really awkward. At some points, having my aunt like shadow us throughout the convention, and like me and my cousin are just like geeking out or something. She's like, "What is this?" And I have to explain.
Uh,
What do you have to explain?
Things that you don't want to have to explain to people 50 plus.
I can imagine.
Yeah, my first zine experience was in middle school, and I went with friends who are all weebs, so it was a lot more fun, I'd imagine, than like you trying to explain to your aunt.
Yeah, cons are definitely that like kind of experience where like you need to go with friends. Like personally, I would never go to myself just
Like,
because.
I had a good time browsing the all of the art and posters and like I guess cosplay stuff that you could get at the booths. But there was some merch I was curious about, like to see what they offered, and it was not a place you could take other people really, unless you want to have like a social death in your family. So while my cousin was like, I want to go watch the premiere of JoJo's Part 5, I was like, I don't really like need to go watch that. So my aunt went and stood with him for like 2 hours in the sun waiting for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, and I took the time to go check out some booths.
Nice.
Some 18 plus. Whoa! The guy died.
Oh,
Is he back?
I died. Yeah, I'm back.
Careful with
careful.
the content. Huh.
I see.
I wonder. There are restrictions on me that I don't know about. We're doing that next podcast.
I like how there's restrictions on you, but it's Abhishek who's the one who's dying.
Wait, Xander, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I really can't talk about merch at cons because you're doing cons.
Oh, next podcast. I see.
All right. Well, what's do you guys have like a favorite type of merch to buy?
Probably Trunks.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say it's a certain kind of merch. It's just a certain merch that feels it kind of just pops out to me. Like,
Okay, so you're not like, okay, I go looking like some people are like figure collectors, you know, but
no,
so
no,
you're just like whatever you want.
yeah, like you know the on Trash Taste podcast they advertised like a Ben Presto box recently.
Oh, a bad what?
Ben Presto, it's from a like I'll DM it to you. It's just this like slime mug.
Hold on, no. We got this. We got this. Oh yeah, DM it to me, and let me see if I can pull it up on the projector. Let's see. Okay, open. Trying to fiddle with stuff. No, not that. And this thing.
Yeah.
Boom! I did it.
What is that?
Well, obviously, keep talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a mug that looks like that's like based on Rimuru. It's I don't know why it's like it's just a mug, but it looks I just like it. So like I would want to buy this.
I mean,
It's like low key.
Yeah.
It's not low key weeb. Oh, I mean it's low key weeb. It's not like as if you sit there and it's like, oh, this person likes anime. It's just a cute mug.
And like I think like I like stuff that has practical use to it, like even if it's just barely practical sort of thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah, there's like the. No, you.
I was gonna say, on the topic of mugs, like I know that it's not strictly like weeb related, but I have this thing where when I go on vacations or whatever, I always take notice of things I can drink out of, or like in like souvenirs and gift shops and all that. And it's come to the point where whenever we like step into any store with like mugs and stuff, like souvenir stuff, my mom just like looks at me out of the corner of her eye, and you can see her glance at me, and she has like she just stares at me with this like look in her eyes. It's like, don't you dare walk over there. If you pick up another mug and fill up the shelves in our house, I'm going to break them over your head.
Wait a second. Wait, how many mugs do you have?
I
Yeah.
have quite a few souvenir cups, mugs, things.
From like every tourist place you go to.
Not every tourist place, because you know when I was a kid, my mom said no, and I had to listen to her. But you know,
Should we be worried about this?
no. But yeah, I'm just saying this Rimuru mug looks pretty good to me. Where can I get one myself?
Well, I'm gonna let me shill based on that shill that I heard in the podcast. Bandai Namco, or it is Bandai, I guess. They have a Ban Presto box of like $60 worth of merch that you can get for $30 pre-order. You can pre-order now, and it'll come in May of next year.
What code do we use? Because I'm sure the YouTubers gave you a code.
I don't know actually. I need to. I haven't ordered yet. And probably whenever I decide to order, I'm gonna go back and rewatch that part. But like,
Cool.
I DM'd you the link.
Epic. Well, let's see here.
Also, I mean, like, I also like Slime as a show because I'm Isekai trash.
Sure.
But
and I am Isekai trash as well, so we're good.
yeah, and I would say it's pretty good merch. I would want to buy Overlord merch, but there's no good Overlord merch.
Yeah, Overlord's weird. Overlord's weird. I don't think it like fandoms are like really big into it. There's a weird like disconnection sometimes I feel like between like what's popular in fandom, what are popular fandoms versus which ones are popular in like general weebs community.
Like, okay, there are quite a few fanfics for it. They aren't good fanfics, but there are fanfics for it.
Okay.
Exciting.
One thing I want to know. So, do any of y'all do both of y'all like actively search out merch? Like sometimes you just get bored and you get on like the internet and say, hey, what kind of merch is out there? Or is it you just happen to like find stuff and think, oh, that's cool, let me get it?
Oh.
For me, it's definitely I don't actively search about it. If I just come across, I'm like, oh, cool. I'll bookmark this. Maybe I'll buy it later.
As said before, I'm on in Discord servers, and for example, if I'm in a Fire Emblem server recently, they would like basically have maybe a channel that says merchandise, and so I would just basically sometimes see on there like, oh, there's a Twitter link or something, or like, oh, this figurine's out and stuff like that. So that's
Wow,
how mostly where I
a
see my
Discord
stuff.
channel about merchandise.
No, no, like a server, just like, well, not this channel. Yes, a Discord channel about merchandise. Yes.
That's crazy. I wonder if we
Yeah.
have a Discord channel about merch.
Yeah, but like since it's more I think it's like more commonly seen because it's like we get a lot of content just because it's just more like specific based. Meanwhile here it's kind of like I don't know like who wants these things, so I don't really post anything in here if that makes any sense.
You know what the craziest thing is? I just looked at the merch channel on the Discord and I saw the one about the Katsu Kitchen zine, and I swear I've seen the Katsu Kitchen. I've seen this thing somewhere. I think it was in a Kinokuniya before. I don't know.
Nukunian?
Yeah, I swear I've seen this in a bookstore.
Are
There's-
you?
I
No
mean,
way.
I doubt it unless someone sold the artwork. But
That should not be allowed.
Maybe the art is similar. I don't know, because I
No,
swear
maybe-
I
maybe
walked
it's
into
just the artist.
Kinokuniya and I've seen like a cookbook with like a My Hero theme or something.
that might have been the case. I doubt you saw this though.
Yeah,
It's like I don't think this is like that huge of a zine either.
yeah, this
Interesting.
is definitely something for online. Not usually. These are like also they're like technically they're like unofficial merchandise, so you can't. I doubt that like Kinokuniya would sell unofficial stuff.
Yeah. Especially because this one isn't out yet. This is in pre-order right now.
Yes, Tim, I'm okay. I'm not high. Go away.
Just a last minute chill. The pre-order is still open for another like 15 minutes actually. It closes at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And so
Wow.
that's the one you did your Bakugo curry for?
No, that was the first one. This is the second edition of it.
Oh, really? What are you
Wow.
doing in this one?
Yeah. Which we were actually we posted previews of it. I made something with mochi and like a fruit jelly bowl.
That's not very Bakugo. What character is this?
No, it was for the mochi was Koda, animal guy,
Mm.
Ah, okay.
and the jelly was Asui and Sue. No, wait.
Tsuyu.
Suyu and Mina.
No, J-Lu, this is not a Squirtle mug. This is a Rimuru Tempest mug from that time I reincarnated into a slime, which is getting a season 2.
Oh yeah, it is getting a season 2.
I'm excited to see the season 2.
Is it bad that I look at it and I'm always like, dang, the manga art's better?
Oh no, the manga's pretty good for it.
I just read the new chapter today, and I'm
okay.
a little irritated because I wanted to see Walpurgis, but the new chapter is just set up for Walpurgis.
Wait.
Oh,
Look, we can talk about this later in a moment. I'll make a note. Slime anime, slime manga. We will put that down. We will talk about this later.
Because actually, no, I didn't realize they got to that point yet. So I want to, Xander, I want to hear your thoughts about it.
Oh my god.
This guy must have been a light novel reader. No, it is not type of the. Is it type of the manga 7? You guys anything else on the merch? Are we going to fandoms next?
Guess so.
All right.
Exciting.
We're going to fandoms.
What do you know about fandoms, Xander? From like what I imagine you're just gonna make fun of them.
Okay, hold on. Can y'all not see the projector screen? Because it's showing that the projector screen is up.
It's still a Rimuru mug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... But like... Ah! Okay, that's what he meant. He meant the border. He meant the border. I forgot to turn that... Everyone shut up. Don't mind me.
Xander learning to use...
Don't mind me. SMDH. Suck my dastardly hat. That's what I've got out of that one.
I thought it was like shake my
Man head.
for I
That's what it
think it
means.
was like dumb head. I'm sorry, JLo.
JLo is a dumb head.
No, she's not a dumb head. She's not a dumb
I'm
head.
allowed to call out members because I'm an officer.
No, you.
I think there's any reason for you not to.
It's in the contract. I'm just saying. All right, moving on to fandoms then. I guess.
I want to hear you make fun of fandoms, honestly.
I mean, I try not to be mean to people.
Mm-hmm.
JLo's a dumb head.
Oh, wait.
I'm not mean to people, really. I'm just a kind, humble human being.
Gotcha, San.
Alright, laugh it up. Anyways, fandoms. What can we talk about? I mean, so what fandoms are y'all part of? Do you consider yourselves a part of, I guess?
Currently or in general?
I guess in general, I mean, I'm a fan of some series, right? I have like the things that I like, I am a fan of, but I've never considered myself as part of a fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
That
know
makes
what I
sense.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really like a tag I apply to myself. So I guess what do y'all feel about that? What do y'all identify with, if any fandoms?
If we're gonna talk about like big ones, definitely the ones I actively create content for, that's Fire Emblem, My Hero. Those are the two big ones. But I like to think I'm also into Haikyuu, Hunter x Hunter, and One Piece. On the top of my head.
Off the top of my head, I would say
Overlord.
Overlord. I mean, yes, my profile picture should very clearly give away. Yes. Uh, I have. I think that's the only one that like I like semi-actively participate in like some Discord servers and whatnot for it, and like I've had long conversations in that about. Other ones like let's see, the slime one. There's a couple other light novel conversation, like isekai light novel ones.
Really? Can you tell
Food
me all of
Court.
their really long titles?
Um,
Oh, you're a light novel fan. Name all the titles right now.
real. The two that come to mind right
Oh
now
no,
are
don't
real.
actually try. Don't actually try.
Do it.
No, there's only two that like I like regularly check in or like regularly checked in with for a while. How a Realist Hero Built a Kingdom and Released that Witch.
Okay, those are not long.
No, they're not.
I bet the English titles were simplified.
Well, okay. One of them was a Chinese web novel. One of them is a Japanese light novel.
Oh, Chinese. Oh yeah, Sunny likes those.
It's it was most definitely like a power fantasy trip of like someone that like had engineering dreams, but I absolutely love it.
I feel like a lot of isekais are definitely just a power fantasy. To be fair.
Yo, the isekai fandom is trash.
They are like.
Does isekai really have a fandom though?
I'm isekai fantasy trash, but I don't consider myself part of a fandom, like I said.
Right.
But I guess that technically makes me part of it, even though I don't like to say I'm a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can make anything a fandom, really.
Yeah. I think the reason why I would get into the fandoms is not necessarily to talk about the characters, but it's more like I know the stories are like mediocre usually. Sometimes the characters are really good, but usually the world building is nice and it leaves a lot of room open for like fanfic stuff.
So what type of fan fiction do you usually like, self-insert or like, for example, like just like create your own OCs or something?
Good mix with Overlord. There's one I like where they just basically expand on this whole like path that the author said like, yeah, no, fuck you. Like I don't want to make any spoilers for Overlord, but like basically there's like Ian's the main character. He spends like 2 volumes in this one kingdom, and then like he gets at least the way it's written, it seems like he gets kind of close to this one character, and then in the next volume when he's thinking back, it's like he's like, Oh yeah, I'm not really close to anyone in that kingdom. I guess I won't take a vacation there. And I think that that simultaneously pissed off everyone on the fucking subreddit when like that chapter got translated.
Oh
Like
my
I
god.
don't think I've seen like any more like unanimous just like why on any like post.
So
Has been.
Abhishek just likes the customizability of isekai worlds. That's
Yeah.
my
The
main.
more. Do you know how he runs as a DM?
Yes, I have suffered at his hands multiple times.
Madeline is
Same.
staring at my hands right now.
Ah. This is another situation. Oh, this is another conversation for another day.
Thankfully, school has saved me from the clutches of Abhishek's isekai worlds, because I don't have time for D&D.
Hmm.
Unfortunate.
Huh. Let's see. So, there's not really any requirements to be a part of a fandom, right? We're not gatekeeping
No,
anything.
No.
that's freaking weird, and that's like so sad if you're like saying like, oh, what would you gatekeep on? Just like freaking,
Hey,
uh,
that's
manga.
something. That's definitely something we should probably trash on some fandoms for. I don't know. Well,
Which fandoms gatekeep? JoJo?
no, there's no JoJo's fans do not gatekeep because JoJo's fans
No.
are constantly walking up to people and telling to people to watch JoJo. If anything, they're trying to
That is 100%
rather.
Fire
I'm
true.
rather than gatekeeping, they're just trying to shove as many new people through the gates, really, because
What about Fire Emblem?
I mean, I've definitely been told by a few Fire Emblem fans that I'm a loser for playing casual.
I think a
So
lot
Look,
of
that
gaming
gatekeeping there.
fandoms, like gatekeeping is more common in gaming fandoms than anime fandoms.
That might be true.
probably because of
I
the
don't know.
technical skill required to play some games. But
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
just saying, just because I don't like my characters dying permanently doesn't mean I'm not a Fire Emblem fan.
I mean, it will be hard if you wanted to play like the older games, which there's definitely like the elitist for like older games. Wait a second, fandom is like still like we can talk about game fandoms also. But yeah.
Like I think there's like anime has it's not like show specific fandoms that gatekeep. I would say it's sort of like anime some like anime discussion like boards or like discussion threads as a whole that kind of gatekeep.
What do you think about isekai? Do you think anybody gatekeep for isekai related stuff?
How do you
They
gatekeep a community that just gets shit on by literally everyone else?
yeah, no, like
Okay, that's
I
true.
think they might have like originally like for a short period of time like as it was growing, but at this point there's so much garbage out there you can't
There-
gatekeep it.
I
Like
feel really bad because like I don't want to say like, oh, there is a lot. There's just so much things that you should make a story out of, but then people just make a story out of, or you have really good concepts, but they can't follow up at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
like reincarnating into a vending machine. Novel
no,
concept.
like
No one's
it's
ever
the
done it before.
But you
like
would.
it's the like it gets into the topic of like how to be a good writer since like
Hmm.
I try to write fanfics before and like even my own like original story and they both never went anywhere past like I think like 20, 30,000 words. The
Still pretty
reason
good.
uh the reason why is just because I like take it like after I get all my initial ideas down and I like set everything up, I take a step back and realize, wait, all these characters are two dimensional as fuck. Because like setting up a world is some I'm not gonna say easy, but it's not as hard as people make it out to be. And but then making good characters is really hard.
Writing good character
Yeah,
interaction is really hard.
yeah.
Like, what
And
are you gonna make them talk about?
that's where a lot of isekais fall flat and why they become the same. Like I think uh, a pretty common. I think that season when the reincarnated another world to my smartphone came out because there was one like that, and then the next one after was like a Valkyria of like something or another. Like there was just like five isekais in like a row that for that around that seasonal time, and they were all the same show basically, but in a different setting.
It's like it's okay to use like obviously use obvious tropes. Like for example, like you have the quiet character or like the tsundere or stuff, but like you need to be able to give them more personality than just like the trope,
Yeah,
or
No,
because
like
I'm
you can like expand upon it.
but it's like the if you took out their names and then like just gave summaries, their summaries would be like nearly identical.
Oh,
with
like
just
just
like
like all
one
the
different gimmick.
like like all the characters just have the same personality?
Like the main character is the like casual, like definitely like, I'm not gonna say holier than thou, but like definitely like kind of like good, like, oh, I don't want to do anything bad, like stand up for women. And then there's just like he gets
Stand
a
up for
harem
women.
thing.
I see, I see.
Yeah, I will be back in a few
I
minutes.
mean, there's nothing wrong with like having a good, like a genuinely good character.
Yeah, Abhishek,
Like it's
you.
equally, I feel like it's equally bad just to have like an edgy character who just like straight up just like, oh, I just want to kill everything, or like they're just out for revenge.
Hold on. Did I hear Abhishek said he was gonna be back in a few minutes?
Did he say that?
I think he did.
He
All
didn't
right.
mute himself.
All right. Cool.
Yes,
So,
I did. There's
Welcome
something I need
back.
to tend to.
all right, that's fine. All right. So Abhishek's piecing out for a bit. Fandoms. I
Wait, wait,
mean,
wait. If he's out, we can talk about manga.
yeah, but he'll be back, and then we have to go back to this. It's
You're
so
right.
lame to interrupt the manga analysis portion. Anyways, I think I mean back to like gatekeeping. I mean, I think there's a difference between like some people are just like if you are like a shonen fan and suddenly some shoujo nerd like tries to walk up and try to like
Oh
trash
my
on
god.
One Piece or something, I think there's definitely like a difference between saying, "Hey, you don't know what you're talking about because you ain't read this shit," you know, and oh my gosh, you can't be a One Piece fan if you haven't like read everything.
It's One Piece is that's a touchy subject because like not there's a lot of people who just like not go reach have not reached all 994 chapters now. Not everyone has reached that point.
Yeah, if
And
anything,
there's a lot of people who are like stragglers or like they just reached New World or stuff like that.
I feel like most people, um, if anything, they want more people to join their fandom rather than gatekeep.
Gatekeep.
There's certain people in like the fandoms that'll gatekeep, but I don't think I know too many um groups of people that like seem to gatekeep. I think Abhishek was a little more correct in that, I guess. In
That's
terms
true. That's
of
true.
anime fandoms, there's not much gatekeeping going on, but I think with gaming fandoms, there's probably a little more gatekeeping because I think some people just expect you to have a level of technical skill with, or like
Hmm.
with the game in order to like
Okay.
be a true gamer.
Okay. Actually, speaking of, what's your opinion of what's it called? Ship wars?
Chip wars are fun. I mean,
You think they're fun? I think they're
I
terrible.
think they're fun. Okay, so me personally, I love discussion and I love like arguing with people. There's a reason I'm a city champion at debate. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Little flex,
Okay,
humble brag.
there's a difference between debate and then there's just people who are just being obnoxious or toxic on
Yeah,
the
don't be
internet.
obnoxious and toxic, but like shipping wars, like they're not all like that. I've had plenty of like discussions about why one ship's better than the other with people, and like we jokingly like flame each other, and like that's a shipping war to me. But like
No, yeah.
if you're genuinely pissed off to the point, like some people still have to like death threats to the original
Yeah,
creator, like
there's death threats and
chill out,
stuff.
dude.
And I'm just like, what are you doing?
That's not a shipping war in my opinion. That's just a maniac.
I
Okay.
mean, it's not even just like to the creator or like sometimes they just show it like this like oh this person is ships this thing. I'm going to send death threats to you because you are now a pedophile or something.
Sometimes
I'm
they
like,
do
are
it to
you
like the voice actors too,
crazy?
and I'm just like, chill
Oh, that's
out, man.
true. Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, yeah, 02 was the better girl than like Darling in the Franxx, but like, why are you throwing death threats at Ichigo's voice actor?
She's just a hired, and that's her job.
What is wrong? See, that's definitely another part of like fandoms, and probably why I'm a little more hesitant to associate myself with the term fandom because
Hmm.
I think sometimes like the very vocal minority of a fandom can sort of become the face of the fandom, and
Oh, yeah, that's very true. There was definitely a lot of fandoms in which, like, I imagine, like, the actual content is perfectly fine. It's just like the people. There's a few people who are just making it so frustrating for everybody else.
happens to a lot of things, really.
It's it's just how it is. It's like it's not. It's just more obvious when you have bigger fandoms, and the more popular something is. But every fandom has like its own struggles
Like I don't
and
think
bad apples.
Dragon Ball Z fan is like an uncaring mongoloid that only knows how to like Dragon Ball Z and nothing else because that's what they grew up with and don't know any other genuinely good anime. But you know, that's just what the minority sounds like.
To be fair, I think Dragon Ball is a higher percentage of that though than other fandoms.
Oh.
Even if it's still a small percentage, but it's higher than others.
There is, wow, I feel like now I'm gatekeeping. There are people who I feel like they're Dragon Ball fans, but maybe not anime fans. Like it's more like you know how people watch Pokemon as a kid,
Yeah.
but they're not like because it was on TV.
I think another thing that's a little hard to tell sometimes, but for gatekeeping is like, because I don't necessarily see that as gatekeeping. It's more so like, I got bullied a bunch and made fun of for being an anime fan, and then some of these people start calling themselves anime fans when they're really just the type of person that happens to like one show and would like make fun of me for like any other thing. Because like, I mean, objectively, Dragon Ball is so mainstream and popular that if you told like, I guess one of your like normie friends like, hey, yeah, I watch Dragon Ball, they're not gonna like laugh at you for like being an anime fan. Like you could just watch Dragon Ball and still be a normie. To them, it's just another like cartoon or show, like I don't know, Orange is the New Black or some shit, you know? It's just something people watch, but
I don't know. I think it depends because like when I talk to some people that like are a little bit older than me, like a few years older than me that weren't into like that like grew out of cartoons like once they grew out of like kids, like they still kind of view the like anime as sort of like a kids thing.
I think that's.
But then I got them to watch Avatar, and they just changed their minds once it came out on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's more so like this could potentially be like a whole other topic for a podcast, but like I think the West just has this like really weird misconception that cartoons can only be for kids.
Yeah. That's why like Oscars and stuff. It's like getting awards. It's just.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how things like Your Name or stuff doesn't get like, I guess, nominated for things.
No, only Disney. What are you talking about? Disney's is the only animation studio.
Yeah, Disney's the only one that I could think of. Pixar maybe had a couple.
Well, Disney Pixar is this. Well, Disney.
Yeah.
Does Disney own Pixar, or are they just like partners?
I think Disney owns Pixar.
Either way, that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search it up.
Like the only anime film that's ever won.
Yeah, it's a subsidiary of Disney. It's owned by Disney. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I guess so. I guess Disney's just really the only one that gets to win. That's the big shit for animation.
Tim said something about mommy voice actor when Rent a Girlfriend came out.
Yeah, I mean that's also.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about like toxic fandoms that send death threats to certain people, that they.
Yeah, Rent a Girlfriend.
It would be
is the newest one.
It would be the harem series fan, you know.
Actually, that's a good.
You guys can definitely talk about that. I don't associate myself with like harem anime.
I watch them, but I'm definitely not any fandoms for. Like, I occasionally watch.
Are you saying you're better than me, Madeline?
A little bit, yes.
Wow. Okay. Sometimes you just want to read a series that's like turn your brain off, and you can either go with the action turn your brain off kind or the romance turn your brain off kind, which is
I see.
Yeah.
There's better romance turn your brain off though.
And sometimes I just need to prove that Chitoge is better than Onodera, and I have no idea why you would ever pick the other one.
I mean, you're right. So I don't know why you need to prove
Ship Wars.
And if you're out there and for some reason like I lose Chitoge in the waifu bot and you steal her from me, you're dead. Okay, I'm coming for you. Okay. So let's real quick. Let me throw out a quick warning to you people. Pull up my wish list. All right.
Oh my god.
Who is rolling right now in the middle of it? Fucking Luis, my roommate. I hate him. Alright, if anyone touches Ruby Rose, Pyranikos, Gargura, Morikalia, Rias Gregory, Chizuru Ichinose, Kaguya, Rukia, Nabi, Nika Robin, Vivi from One Piece, Erina from Food Wars, Hatsune Miku, or Sakura from Naruto, you touch her, you're dead. You touch her, you're dead. Any of them. Just straight up any of them.
Look. Different people like, well, at the very least, like Miku should be like, you know, like something like everybody like generally likes, though, right?
Yes, but don't touch them.
What do you mean, don't touch them?
Because They're on my wish list. It's not allowed on anyone else's wish list. I'm coming to kill you. That's just how
Wait,
it is.
is there? Wait, isn't Mori Calliope a VTuber?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't she like kind of new as well because there's a
Yes.
full in English?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, the waifu bot is like basically constantly updating as long as like it's
Yeah.
relevant.
I
There's
was
a lot of
surprised.
stuff
Oh,
that like
there's- Huh.
that's not
You
relevant.
want
That's
about
old.
toxic fans? You're about to see what a toxic fan looks like. You steal any of my wishes.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching waifu bot with the 10-foot pole again.
Not in this server. I know there's definitely some servers in which I'm like they're very much nicer and actually
Hey,
better to
Yeah,
participate.
We
no,
have-
I've seen waifu bot on this server.
Whoa,
and, like,
whoa.
with this
Some of the
not doing
waifu,
that again.
most of the waifu bot people in the server are chill. Some of them are terrorists.
Mhm. Yeah, see, no, but you see, that's the point though. You got like one or two terrorists, and then you're basically
Yeah,
screwed.
you got one or two, and that like ruins it for the whole thing, especially when they take the one thing that you want to collect, make a collection.
Okay, collections are kind of stupid. Let's be real here.
See, but the thing is, that's why I never play gacha games, because like whenever I have one of those things, I always want a fucking collection.
You're so doomed. Yeah, you cannot play gacha
I know. Like,
unless you're
even
like
when-
extremely rich. And once you're extremely rich, maybe you can play gacha and expect to collect things.
You know who
Yeah,
I
no.
hate? The gacha fandom.
Wait, you can. Okay, wait. Actually, yeah, you can talk about that. Why do you hate gacha?
Okay, I don't hate gacha. I just never vibe with gacha games. I don't know. I've tried multiple gacha games and I've just never like. They've never even the Pokemon Masters like gacha game it's never kept my engagement.
Okay. Pokemon Masters is not that good of a game. Also, like, it's just straight up burns your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo's not very good with designing apps like that. But anyways, I don't know. I've never vibed with gacha games, and then the fans of gacha games. Some of you people are just a little too intense. This is what we call the whales, right? That spend a shit ton of money on gachas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't say much because I joined Discord because of a gacha game, and they were like, I'm when I say whales, I mean like people who spend, I'm pretty sure, a couple $1,000s on the game. Cause yeah,
Like,
I cannot say anything.
You want to know how much money I've spent on League of Legends over 7 years? Less than 500.
That's still a lot.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
these
lot.
people are dropping $1,000 on a gacha game. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
These people have jobs, to be fair.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure the person
I'm not
referring
approving
to
of
is a
either of
billionaire.
those actions. I'm saying the gacha spending is bad, and I'm saying the
Hey,
league spending
no,
is bad.
shut up. League of Legends is chill. Everyone should go play League of
Oh,
Legends.
you just League
League of Legends is
chill?
chill?
Yes, League of Legends is chill.
I feel like I've never heard a more wrong statement, and your name on Discord just confirms that.
That's
Yeah, just-
literally not. Okay.
How did you introduce yourself today? Like, you just introduced about like being upset about like your entire day. I don't think you have any right to talk.
You know what? I'm about to add a new topic. Yo, shut up right now. Alright, you want to talk about like the League of Legends fandom, like the game fandoms here?
we're not
Okay,
getting into that.
so here's
We
the
can do that.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Pyro, you're right.
I don't know how to like.
Good job, Connor.
Okay, so there's actually a good portion of the League of Legends community that's like they like the lore and the designs and all that, and that's like the type of fandom like I would like love being in. Not necessarily, and like there are some of the people who are more focused on gameplay, and that's cool too. I've like
Yeah.
found a pretty good balance of my friends that enjoy League of Legends like that. But then there's some people that are just a little too competitive about it, and they like shit on anyone who's a casual, and I think that's totally uncool. Like, I'm gonna like tease casuals, but I'm not gonna say like, hey, you enjoy the game casually, like get out of here. You're not a real League of Legends fan. But it's like such a loser thing to do.
I think my biggest issue with like it is just like a lot of people just don't have any sportsmanship, and back when I did used to play, I think the thing that made me really upset, and it was just like the fact that like your own team like it would like they'd all game up and insult you. That was the worst feeling. That was just the worst.
Yeah. I'm not gonna deny that. Sometimes it happens, and
Or just trolls.
there's two options really. So, the saddest part is like that. I like a lot of League of Legends fans, but I guess that's not really the same as equating it to the player base, because some at the point that everyone I know who plays League has to recommend that I just don't use chat box ever and I'll use /mute all and that chat is completely useless. I think that's how you know that there's like a problem with your game's community in some aspect. So look, okay. So League of Legends is chill if you hang out with the right people and don't like.
Are you the right person, Xander? Are you
Um,
the right person?
I'm the right person, not for new people. So I don't enjoy like teaching new players, which why I'm a little sad that I've like not someone that like could say, hey, you want to learn League of Legends? I'll like play along with you and teach you how to play the game. I just don't have like the patience for that. But like once you hit level 30 and you have a decent understanding of the game, I think I'm pretty fun to play with.
Did
Unless
you
you're
get like? I
unless
still
name's
thought that like
Richard.
you were like, were you were canceled, right? Well, not canceled, but you were
All right,
like
we're not gonna talk about that part.
banned.
We're not talking about me being toxic to
Mm.
people on camera. All right,
Mm.
everyone has to. You'll all have to have this image of me of being an angry person, but not like a toxic person. All right.
Mm.
I feel like you're like spontaneously toxic, but you don't like genuinely mean it.
Is that
If
how it
you
is?
are toxic,
I prefer the term retaliatory toxicity. All right, I'm like a
That's
mirror.
sure.
that's
Okay, if you piss me off and are toxic to me, then I'm just gonna return that. But if we're chill and everything, and it's just like playful banter and teasing, then we're good. We're good.
what if
The
someone's just
thing
straight
is,
up bad at the game?
And then sometimes you're Jemima, and I genuinely want to throw a bowling alley at you because you drop bowling. You like this is the mirror thing. If Jemima drops bowling balls on me in a video game, then I just drop bowling balls on her in real life. It's only fair, you know.
In real life?
Yeah, of course.
oh, yeah. To be fair, okay, Madeline, you live with Richard. You should know the feeling of like having to deal with a Richard in your life.
He's not molding.
No,
If
but he
anyone,
does the
the person
stupid
who's
shit that
probably
makes
most
you
pissed off
mauled.
is me.
Yeah, no, he does the stupid shit that makes you mauled. That's what Xander has to deal with in League.
No. I actually enjoy playing with Richard as long as there's no stakes.
There's no stakes.
Yeah, there's those things.
Well, yeah, because look, okay, so like if there's like things like I'm a fairly competitive person, so like I want to win things like tournaments or competitions. So if like in that case, then I don't think our personalities match for like competition because Richard's like more of a joking person and a casual person, and that's good. But I don't want to play. I would like another teammate that's like not necessarily
Yeah.
joking around all the time. That's just how it is. Sorry, Richard, if you're watching this, it's not personal.
He's probably not. It's okay. It's okay. He's probably not.
But in terms of other fandoms that are like toxic, like in video games, honestly, I don't know who's watching this, so I might step on a few toes. But I personally always thought that Overwatch's community was way more toxic.
Is it?
I hate Overwatch's community, and I hate their game, like the competitive aspect of their game. So like, there's literally no redeeming points for me for Overwatch except for like I like the designs, I like the lore, and it's a good turn your brain off kind of game. Because
Oh, it's turn your brain off?
yeah, well for me because I play one character, it's Reaper, and Reaper's whole thing is that he uses shotguns, and so shotguns spread out, and so I don't have to aim. What I do is sneak around, find a tank, and shoot them, and I can't miss.
All right.
So that's pretty much how you play Overwatch how I play Overwatch. In that I just play casually, or if I play competitive, I don't give a shit if I don't win. Because you back when like
Is that
Overwatch was
competitive?
released, yeah. Okay, so in ranked Overwatch, I have outside of the very first competitive 3 month like period, which they call a season. So their seasons are like 3 months. I have never gotten out of silver, and because trying to climb in Overwatch is the hardest thing I've ever done because that game you cannot have a solo carry in my opinion. You have to have like all six like teammates performing and whatchamacallit. No. Do I need to put up a picture of Reaper instead? Here, Reaper Overwatch. You don't want to do that? This is my main, guys. I'm not edgy, I swear. Alright.
I am. That was object.
I'm not edgy, I swear. Anyways,
He's a zombie, right?
no. He's like
He's not.
he had some human experience performed on him, and he was like some kind of wraith that, or like he turns his body into gas or whatever. It's just weird.
So he's a zombie.
Not You do
I
you.
don't think
You do you. Um, but yeah, like for climbing in Overwatch, you had to have all like 6 members working in unison, and there was also like voice. There's team voice chat, so like you had to be constantly
no.
communicating with them. Otherwise, generally speaking, you're outclassed. And then that just caused way more opportunities for people to be toxic and flame each other and just end the game and also troll. And I hate Overwatch. Yada yada. And then like Super Smash Bros. I've always thought that the fighting game community was like really toxic and very gatekeepery, and I don't like that fandom because fighting games, especially, like they're super duper big on how good your mechanical skill is.
I mean,
And
and also like it's not fun because like I can imagine since like there's not even it's only the gaming aspect since like the fandoms already have fandoms you have it's from other communities
yeah,
so
Yeah.
I
it's
don't
just
know.
literally the gameplay like it's just literally gameplay.
I think that my experiences with like Smash's fandom specifically, like I came to College Station and I joined like the Smash community or the Smash discords, like thinking, okay, I mean maybe there's some friends to be made here, and then like
Mhm.
the very first time or I guess the second time I talked in there asking when the tournaments were, I had one of the head TOs like say that I was a bitch and that everyone hated me. And I was like,
Jesus
this is
Christ.
like my second time talking, homie.
Uh, I think like fighting games, and I think Smash particular is like in a kind of weird middle area for games because it's like it's a party game that like you go show up to a party, it's like anyone have Smash, and like that's a pretty standard question. But it's also like a pretty competitive game if you like go join another
I don't
team.
know, man. If you saw our gameplay last night, would I really say that's competitive? I don't know about
No,
that.
I'm saying like it can be a competitive game, but it can also be a super casual
That
game.
shit was funny.
Wait,
I
Xander,
And
uh
laugh at this question.
Jemima, Jemima's like saying that you should fight her.
send their usernames later. I'll fight them both. I'm over it. Honestly, it's just whenever I talk about Smash, that's like one of the experiences that comes to mind. But I'm honestly over it. I've already talked to Josh about it. And we had a good laugh, but because stuttering, I'm Joe Biden. Ironically, um, that's how I met like David. Like David in Aggie-SAMA was just like one of the people that was like spectating the events of that night was David. And so like the next meeting I came to, I was like, "Hey, wait, you're Meowser, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm Meowser." And then we started talking. So hey, turns out I did make some friends. So
Congrats. All
so
right.
I think that's like the key takeaway for me when it comes to fandoms. Just find the cool people. All the fandoms have cool people. Just go find
Yeah,
the cool people and go hang out with them.
no, you're
I
right.
mean,
You're right. That's
I
honestly,
think
you
you say
find
that for like
you like
a lot of people
you
as well.
find your corner of people, and then you stay there. You do not look outside of there. You see the chaos and the explosions and bombs, and then you just go huddle in your corner again. That's
I
a proper
I
way.
think you should look out of your corner because it provides good entertainment.
You
Mhm.
look out of your corner, but you don't leave your corner.
You don't leave it. You find other people, or you to like come join your corner, or like you sometimes go into other people's corners, but you definitely do not look in the center of the room, uh, with people dying and choking each other.
Like it's like being at a college party when you don't know what to do. You kind of just sit in one corner and like watch everyone do stupid shit, but you don't go do the stupid shit yourself.
Honestly, Jemima, who needs the Smash community in that server? I've got my own Smash community here playing with you and Octavio, and that's all I need. And by all I need, I mean I need more because I hate playing with you because you have a bowling ball.
Does she mean villager?
Yes. Oh, she doesn't made villager. She made Wii Fit Trader, which is just as bad.
Oh.
But
You're a fish trainer.
whenever I
Oh yeah,
play,
Wii Fit Trainer is a bowling ball.
whenever I play, no, she has a soccer ball. But whenever I play, Jemima goes out of her way to play villager because she knows how much I hate villager.
Oh.
You can call me bad all you want. I don't care. I hate villager.
To be fair, I think like if you play villager correctly, it was the cheese character before Steve, and then Steve.
Uh, I know they nerfed Villager compared to Smash 4, but it's whatever. Xander, don't keep games. Also, Xander, fuck Villager and Wii Fit players, am I right? I mean, remember. All right, so here's the key takeaway. There's the key takeaway you gotta take from everything in this podcast, and really me as a person is that it's only funny and okay when I do it. Okay.
I hate this argument so
Right.
much.
Everyone else doing things that I hate are in the wrong, but when I do it, it's okay. Like hypocrisy, right? When other people are hypocrites, not cool. When I'm a hypocrite, totally okay.
I think there's some level of hypocrisy here.
Yeah, it's okay because I did it.
God.
None of y'all are allowed to be hypocrites. I'm the only one that's allowed to be it. All right, it's just how it is. It's how it is.
For those of you that don't know Xander, Xander's not actually an asshole. He's just being a Xander. He's learned too much from Richard, honestly.
Not
It's
really.
not
I'm
fair.
not-
He's learned too much from Richard.
That's. I mean, Richard was definitely one of I think the first officers I got along with.
Richard 2.0. This is terrible. That's actually
no.
a nightmare.
When I arrived at Aggie-SAMA, I was like, all right. So there's regarding the anime fandom, everyone knows the stereotypes, right? And we were talking about vocal minorities earlier, right? We got all of these people that
Yeah.
they're super cringy and draw some bad images for the community, right?
Generic neckbeard, yes.
So I walked into Aggie-SAMA thinking, okay, there's two ways this could go. I could meet some really cool people, or this could be like the anime club at my high school, and it's gonna suck. Luckily, I found the club to be really chill and cool. I got along with Richard, Tim, and Mickey. They played League of Legends at the time, and so I got along with them a little bit over that. But then I got along with them more about other stuff as time went on.
Yeah.
Ashley hated me. Ashley hated me at the start.
Well, yeah, no, duh. Duh. She hated your guns.
Ashley hated me at the start because I had. Sorry, dude. Yeah, for the SAO fandom, I had to pull the classic abridged Uno reverse card on there.
Oh yeah, no wait, you constantly flamed SAO.
I didn't constantly flame SAO. The thing was, it's because that's not cool. You don't want to go flaming at people, especially in an anime club.
Okay,
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay,
Totally.
until you get to know them better, in which case you could flame them. But the very first meeting, we were going around to talking about our favorite meetings or our favorite shows, and Ashley said my favorite show is SAO, and then I was sitting right across from her, and I looked her dead in the eye, and I was like, all right, now I know what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say Steins Gate. I'm not gonna say JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm about to ruin this woman's whole career. And so it got to me, and I said,
I'm very sure. If I maybe search your room, I would find
didn't.
a little doll, maybe, and it might have your name on it, or maybe a strand of your hair, and maybe sometimes if you feel a stabbing pain, it might be from her. It just might be.
I wonder where my neck pain was coming from. But
No, Xander, I remember that exact moment you did it. I remembered you for the first time taking the entire semester as the guy that said SAO Bridge and the Obama mask guy. That's how you were defined in my mind until I learned your name properly.
Hey, that's just what happens when you meet me. But yeah, so it came around to me and I said, my favorite anime is SAO, and you just see the hope pick up in Ashley's eyes, and she grabs my hands, and then I just stare at her with this wicked smile and say, abridged. And she crumpled into her, she put her face down into her arms, and I feel bad, but at the time it was insanely hilarious. Yeah, she remembers this, because I bet she didn't tell me this until one time we were having a conversation with Shane in the music channel, and she told me she did a Twitter rant about me. And so
she did. I saw.
She didn't show anyone she didn't show other people at the time, but she showed me the Twitter rant, and it was just the funniest shit. And I felt a little bad because apparently at the time she was really hurt by it, right? But
yeah, well, you see, she's lots of people hate SAO, so she's constantly dealing with it.
It's a good laugh now, thankfully.
Yeah.
Ashley, if you ever see this, know that you're amazing.
It's okay.
I really appreciate our talks together.
All right. Do you want to move on to manga since we have about 5 minutes?
35 minutes. We can do that. We do manga.
All
So, Abhishek, you said you have been reading manga recently, but what's the most recent manga you've read?
Oh God. I don't remember the name, but let me pull up my anime list to check.
So we probably from with this group of people, we'll have an isekai rant, and then afterwards have a shonen rant. That's
No,
what's most likely gonna
it was
happen.
a romance manga, not an
Wow.
isekai.
Really?
Okay, surprise.
Yes, because I read it to completion. That's why.
Oh. Was it a long one?
No, it was like Tomo-chan. What's the English? Tomo-chan is a girl.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Oh.
I've seen that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's adorable.
It's nice,
It's
but
a
it ended weirdly.
yeah.
read
Then it was kind of
half of it.
weird, but like it was a funny ride.
It was a nice ride, but it ended weirdly, and I remember being a little irritated at that.
Yeah.
I just remember Misuzu was my favorite character. That's the only thing I remember.
That's
Not
because you.
surprised.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That's literally you.
Yeah.
Misuzu is literally Madeline.
All right. Okay.
Except
Okay.
I don't know if Misuzu draws. All right, if Misuzu was an artist, that's Madeline. Like, all right, I got this. I got this. We just look it up. Here we go. Tomo-chan. Wow, no. Here we go. That's the
I I don't remember her being like particularly an artist.
Tomo-chan. Yeah, she's not. I don't think she is. This is
I'm
Madeline.
pretty sure she's not.
This is Madeline, everyone. This is
I do
literally
not look like
Madeline.
that. This isn't me.
You look like that. This is
I
Madeline.
do not.
Look at the face.
Well, you're also the evil scheming in the background.
Yes.
I don't do evil scheming
Yes,
in the
you do.
background.
You totally
I do
evil
it in
scheming.
public.
Yes, you do.
I do it in public.
Okay,
I
fine.
don't
You
even
do public. You do
scheming.
evil
That
scheming.
that is absolutely not true because all of your scheming against me goes to the art channel, and then you know I don't check the art channel. That's the secrecy layer for you.
No. You don't get this because like straight up, like I tell you this is like it's in there, and then you don't go in there. I'm like, okay, it's your own fault.
All right, I need to scan art channel real quick to make sure no one's shit talking me. All right, cool. Oh, but I do see Madeline shilling about an art discuss. That must be why Jemima's here.
Yeah. I was also following Dr. Stone
Ooh,
and
I'm gonna get
My
to that
Hero,
one later.
but I then got tired of waiting for a weekly, and now I'm just waiting for it to build up so I can read a bunch at once.
Oh my gosh. All right, so
God.
let's talk about that real quick. Like, I hate waiting, but guys, you can't be one of those people that just lets things build up and then binge reads the whole thing.
Okay, that's me with One Piece though. I just go like, okay, I read it in middle school, I read it another time in high school, and then I read it again in college. Like I need to like a break from it because like sometimes I just straight up forget people.
I
And
mean,
then I fall back into One Piece but like I need my time. I can't just like read it
guess.
every week.
But I think there's a camaraderie being a weekly reader and going into spoilers every week and saying, "Hey guys, check this shit out."
See, like, okay, I did that with Food Wars as a thing because Food Wars wasn't like high, like, the plot was predictable enough, and like it was more about the like shonen hype than anything else. But like with My Hero, it's like I know My Hero and Doctor Stone are also shonen, but like I'm getting like really into the story, and like I can't really tell what's going to happen next. That's why I'm
Avert your eyes, anime watchers. If I search up One Piece, you could see manga spoilers. Like, oh shit, Luffy has a straw hat.
Oh, such a spoiler.
Oh, the time skip designs. Watch out. All right, here you get a classic One Piece picture.
I mean, Jinbei's right there.
Ignore the fish man. Oh shit,
Wait,
fish
he's
man.
a fish man?
That's a
He's fish man?
spoiler. All right, guys. Let's see. Where were we? Oh yeah. So you read Tomo-chan. That was the last thing you read.
Yeah.
Madeline, I guess you're pretty active with manga though. So what's one of your favorite manga series at the moment?
Favorite?
Yeah.
Isn't it Hunter x Hunter?
Well, that's like your overall favorite, right? But like, I
Uh-huh.
guess one of the more non-hiatus ones are you reading?
Not hiatus.
Yeah.
I mean, I like One Piece. I guess let's talk about new stuff. So, like, I do like Undead Unluck in terms of like, it's literally nobody talks about it. Which is fair. I like the first freaking chapter like kills me internally, and I reread it like 3 times. Like, I had to like go back. I was like, I read the first chapter, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna read it. And a few like 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, let's read it, give it a chance. And now I'm like, no, it's I can't do it. And then third time I managed to go through. The concept is actually really interesting. The power dynamics. as you can probably imagine, the reason why I couldn't get through the first chapter is like literally grabbing and stuff. I'm like, oh no, uh, oh
Yeah,
no,
right
is
here,
that ew?
right here. Here's the picture.
Where is the picture? It's really, it's I'm crying tears. But like it gets past that. It's like an initial gag. I hate telling people this is like an initial gag, but there's really interesting ways they apply their powers, which I don't want to spoil because there's literally everything spoilers. So I'll just say that it's really interesting. It's actually I enjoy the characters. The art's not like everyone's taste, but like it's nice to it's a good read. I feel like the pacing's interesting. Yeah, that's all I'll say about it.
Epic.
It is epic. It's shonen also because I am a shonen. I'm shonen trash.
Shonen trash.
Shonen trash.
Shonen trash for life.
That's how it is.
I remember very fondly the one time Mickey and I sat at the front of a general meeting and chanted Shonen trash to shut everyone up. It worked. It worked. I think for me, the stuff I'm reading right now, probably my favorite current. I mean, obviously besides like things like One Piece and some of the bigger series. I've been chilling Jujutsu Kaisen a lot recently.
Okay.
It's got an anime now, so which I'm probably gonna go watch the episode for, probably
Oh yeah.
tonight.
For the people who don't who are like to if you're watching anime, also definitely be out on the look for To You the Immortal. That one is or like To Your Eternity. That one's really good. Same author as Not Your Name, Silent Voice. So it's just very depressing, very sad when it comes out. You guys will all cry tears and uh uh definitely don't go into it when you're depressed. That's a bad idea.
Was that the one about the rock?
No, it's not
Yes,
about. Wait, what?
it is about rock.
It's about
It's
a
about
Like
rock.
it started off as a rock, then a wolf, then a child or something.
yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
it's an immortal. Basically, with stimulus, it can take on the shape of other things.
Yeah, it was it was definitely like a good show for like a if you want kind of like a sad show with a bunch of like sort of like small story like interactions. I wouldn't say
Wait,
like arcs.
wait, is that what your impression? That's your impression of it? It's an overarching story though. Like
Like there is an
there's things
overarching
going on.
story, but like the individual character interactions definitely hit harder than the overall story for me.
Mm. It's well, especially in the first few chapters. Well, the first few arcs, like it doesn't really like you don't feel as much sadness for like the main character as much as the other
Yeah.
characters, because the other characters like they have much privilege, like they have their own lives and stuff, while this rock immortal thing is like slowly only learning you know how to become more like you know a living being.
Yeah.
Very excited for the anime though.
Yeah. So I've chilled Jujutsu Kaisen a lot recently. We
I
can talk about
think
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man, yeah.
Chainsaw Man. I'll
Uh,
show that one real quick. It doesn't have an anime yet, but Chainsaw Man is it's Shonen Jump series. It's pretty gory, so that's your trigger warning, I guess.
there's nudity.
There's a lot of nudity. And it's also this manga. Its defining take on the shonen genre is to say fuck it, we're gonna be unpredictable as all hell. That's my take because I honestly have no idea what the author is thinking half the time when it comes to Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Oh, that's the author. We're just kind of like sitting there, and we have no.
Yep, they kind of just do whatever the hell they want. Also, is anyone else cutting out? It sounds kind of silent for me.
Um.
Oh
Anyone?
no,
You're good. You're good. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
so.
think I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anyone else? Anything else we want to talk about before we start? Like, I guess breaking. I wanted to break down this week's batch of chapters for Shonen Jump. So be
All
careful.
right. Okay.
Be careful, guys.
Um,
If you are looking into these series or like watching the anime or anything, there is about to be heavy spoilers. Abhishek, I don't know if you want to like deafen or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know
When
if
you get to Doctor Stone and My Hero, I will.
All right, cool. So let's start off with Doctor Stone.
you can definitely talk about Doctor Stone
Wait,
because
which
like
one is this? Oh,
I'm
Kaiju.
not following Doctor Stone.
Here's Kaiju number 8. Um,
Oh, Monster 8.
yeah.
Wait, you do know the authors you know the authors before this, right?
The Who?
This author, Kaiju number 8, like the work that he did beforehand.
What is it?
I think it's like Pochi or something. It's like it was the
Maya
one that's like
Matsumoto. Let's see.
Pochi manga. I'm gonna search it up. No, no, no. Yeah, it's Pochikuro. Pochikuro.
I have never heard of Pochikuro.
Okay, search out Pochi space
Is
Kuro.
this a rom-com?
Yeah, it's kind of like a rom-com with like a little bit of action. So yeah, I did enjoy it a little bit. It's cute. It's cute. So I
Interesting.
didn't read all of it, but it was a nice read when I was like following it for a bit. Then I forgot that it existed. That's kind of something that happens when I read manga,
Oh,
but it's nice.
okay, so Kaiju 8 is pretty interesting because I actually like a huge fan of like Godzilla and stuff, so Kaiju are pretty cool. And so to see like a giant monster kind of fighting anime or manga is pretty cool. Um, I think this chapter was pretty tame. Nothing crazy happened really because we already knew that
I
this mastermind kind of human-sized kaiju was gonna do some crazy shit.
mm,
Kind of reminds
yeah,
me
but
of Fire Force's Flame Devils, I guess,
yeah.
in design.
So with this, they definitely start realizing that oh no, monsters are hiding amongst the people, and so it's not a completely crazy idea with one of our main characters to be a monster as well. There's haven't been a lot of not world building, but like lore explanation of how things are going. So I really want to hear more about that, but I can understand if they're not going to explain everything all at once.
I mean, I'm wondering because is it a monthly manga or is it bi-weekly? I think it's monthly, right?
Is it? I thought it was. I think it's like bi-weekly.
Okay, if it's bi-weekly, then I mean we'll probably get to it then, because I feel like once I guess the first major incident, which should be this one, is over, they'll probably have to do some world building or exposition or something to explain stuff.
Hmm. Yeah,
I just think this guy's design is really creepy. Look at his fucking eyes.
it's like a mushroom.
Well,
I
I mean
keep.
that's his theme, I think. I think he's
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
mushroom
But
guy.
like, yeah, it's just like his mushroom head. It's cute in a way.
Really, this guy, this guy.
It's a little cute.
Oh,
It's like it's like a mushroom.
this guy's not
It's
cute
just
at all.
decay. It's just decay.
This guy's a weird ass weirdo. All right, what do we got next on the docket? It's Our Blood Oath. Are you reading this one?
Oh yeah, I am.
I think it's pretty
See,
interesting
the
so
thing
far.
is, like, I have been busy all day, and I have not been.
Oh,
I have not read every single one, so I've not read this one. But like, I don't mind spoilers. I'm gonna read it anyway, so
okay.
let's go.
Well, so this Our Blood Oath is about vampires right now that are trying to integrate into society. So think like Tokyo Ghoul, but with vampires and not ghouls. Um,
There, exorcism.
and I think this chapter was pretty interesting, I guess, because it explores like what happens when vampires starve themselves or don't have blood, and
Hmm.
I think the way thing I wanted to focus on is that so there's this mother daughter that they're delivering blood to, so they don't like go crazy, right? And apparently this girl is starting to play with her friend after being traumatized because she tried to like suck the blood of that friend one time in elementary school, so she's not going to school anymore. But then like let's see, the mom comes up, right, and she's freaking out because her daughter's disappeared. But like when they ask her about it, it's been like 4 days. And so like at the end of this chapter, when something shitty happens, it's like I couldn't even think about how like, oh crap, something shitty's happening. I just kept thinking about like, well shit, how did you just let your kid run away for 4 days and not come to the brothers until then, you know?
Yeah,
So
there's a bit of a plot holes and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, looking at this. I'm like, it's I feel like there's world building they want to do, but at the same time, I feel like the characters are not maybe as interesting, if that makes sense. Or like
well, this
the
is
plot,
a
like the plot's kind of like all the plot's like I'm not sure where it's going.
that's true. I don't I keep reading this mostly because I'm a little interested in the action, but also like
Hmm.
I don't think there's anything stand out about either of the two main characters right now.
Not yet, not yet.
The this guy just seems like your typical like nice guy protagonist that is also like really strong and powerful or whatever. So
Hmm.
hopefully something more interesting happens or they start to get developed a little more.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I don't know how long this series really gets to last.
yeah. That's kind of how I feel as well about it.
All right, we got Phantom Seer next. Are you reading Phantom Seer?
Yes.
Is
This
it?
one's interesting.
You
Good
read this?
art. It has really good art.
Let's see. I feel like I went and searched up who the artist was.
Uh, Same artist as what's it called? Ninja no something Shinobu Squad. Tokyo Shinobu
Yes. Okay,
Squad. Same artist.
that's who it was. Right.
Yeah, same
So,
artist. Same artist. But like
uh,
I think it's another collab because I'm pretty sure the author and the artist are different people.
yeah, right here. So we've got Togo Goto and Kento Matsura. So
Hmm.
that's who's doing Phantom Seer. And I actually really enjoyed. I thought, or I not really enjoyed, but I thought Tokyo Shinobi Squad was like decent at least, and so I was a
Hmm.
little bummed when it got canceled. But
I think it was unique, but like at the same time I feel like there was a lot too much going on at once. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, I can see
Yeah.
it. But so I really hope this works out in the long run for this group, for this duo,
Yeah.
because I'm actually enjoying the series so far quite a bit.
It is.
It's another I know Madeline and I have had this conversation before where it seems like there's a lot of new like Exorcist manga currently up for like or that's currently being serialized. Shonen Jump especially I think has like a pretty decent amount of or like Shueisha has a
Hmm.
decent amount of exorcism uh manga.
Yeah.
Even recently, which Demon Slayer ended, and I don't know if you would count that as an exorcism one. I kind of do.
It
I
does.
don't know if I
It's
would
like
call that an exorcism one. It's different enough.
I feel like it's like thematic is like you have the good guys, you have the bad guys, but some of the bad guys can be good, and also your job is to kill them. It's like an organization trying to kill bad guys, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or like you are partially a bad guy, or like the monster thing. You're partially a bad monster. I feel like that's a lot of like what a lot of the series that are coming out from Shonen Jump feels like.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You've got Blue Exorcist, where he's like what the
Mm.
son of Satan. The main character's the son of Satan, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tanjiro, you got Nezuko, who's or being demonized.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. We got Owarido Seraph. I guess is would I count as exorcism?
I don't think
Uh,
that's exorcism. That's just like
they've got a similar thematic going on, but I guess it's not explicitly exorcism.
Exorcism. It's like kind of exorcism, but not
I
exorcism.
think
At
that
that point, you could have called Monster A like
I think Awarino
exorcism.
Seraph's closer to like Tokyo Ghoul sort of type thing, where it's like a bunch of people are in, or a bunch of like supernatural beings are in this society, and normal humans have to fight against them with supernatural.
Okay.
It's also kind of like
Yeah,
a
with
bit more
supernatural powers.
dystopian. It's a little bit more
Yeah,
dystopian.
Oh, it's hella dystopian.
no, it's very
Very
dystopian.
dystopian.
Society is broken down.
Uh-huh. Promise Neverland is very cute, not dystopian at all. Everything is fine.
That's also not that one's not an exorcism. I think
That's
that's just
definitely not. Oh yeah, that was
what else
Promise
is there?
Neverland extremely unique in comparison to a lot of like new shonen. I think that's why like got a lot of hype, especially.
Madeline, I think you mentioned yesterday, like we were talking about this, how there's just like like Soul Eater was like new at the time, but then there's like a bunch of Soul Eater type shows now.
It's
Really?
kind of true, yeah.
Like what?
Well, it's not exactly like conceptually the same, but like like they have a school, you have a school or something. Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, you have a school and you fight things. It's not exactly exorcism, but like you kill things, you kill monsters. But like yeah, the concept of like a school for teaching.
So did I feel like so the when you have the school setting, a lot of
Hmm.
the time they don't actually focus on the school setting. So Soul,
That's okay.
I haven't like
Jujutsu
read or
Kaisen.
watched Soul Eater. So did they ever like focus on like?
Oh,
Yeah, they do.
they do focus on the school.
Yeah.
But like Jujutsu Kaisen, I feel like is the one that I'm like straight up like, why did you consider this a school? Like maybe this is an organization. This does not feel like a school.
Definitely,
Yeah.
because like this is supposed to be like a technical college, but like they Yuji is like not gonna be learning any like math here. No calculus, none of that shit.
No, he's
Like
not.
it's kind of like the school in Food Wars, where it's like it's technically a school in name, but like they don't do any classes.
Okay, but it makes sense though. But there's you still see like the daily process of okay, they're actually going to classes. I do not see this at all in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Like even My Hero has like normal classes and they have to do like their tests in order to pass and
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
whatever. It's like
And
that's
be
why
like well, like to integrate into society.
right.
I think that's one of the like the things that kind of irks me about Jujutsu Kaisen lore world building.
I can agree because I think if you ever go for a school setting in any series you have, like the school better like you better be able to see them like taking normal lessons and shit because otherwise I'm like, well then are you really learning anything? It's like Harry
You might as well
Potter,
just
like Harry Potter,
yeah.
like how are wizards functioning adults if they've never taken like basic math beyond like fifth grade? You know, because you don't
Hmm.
learn math at Hogwarts.
Do they
Yeah.
not? I feel like I thought they did, right?
There was like some of the smart kids. I think there's a dude called like
Ravenclaw.
Professor Vector. He teaches like normal math or like math magic, and I'm just like, okay, but
Okay.
how many wizards go and take math magic or magic math? Like, who gives
Yeah,
it?
it's just like yeah, it's like for example, let's say like a Demon Slayer, they don't. It's an organization. You don't have to learn freaking things. Why would you? So like, I'm not requiring you to like. It's an organization. But still, Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, why do you never learn anything like in like sort of a schoolish way?
Yeah, I
They just
guess
kind of like go on missions all the time.
you could have had it like I guess that's something that could have been done in which maybe we should say this for the JJK part because I will be talking about it. Yeah, let's save it. Back to Phantom Seer real quick. Abrupt topic change. Um, it's a really good series. I think you should watch it. I don't really want to talk like spoil too much about it because I think you should go check it out for yourself. But they've got some interesting monster designs as you can see right here. It's a giant ass centipede looking thing.
Yeah,
Go read it. What do we have next? Okay,
good
Yozaku
art.
family. Maybe I'll just scale up Jujutsu Kaisen to here. All right, just to keep
We'll
things.
do Jujutsu then.
Where is it? So Jujutsu Kaisen is actually the series I like to save for I like to save the best for last. But
I see.
normally, which is why I'm a little I'm a little pissed off that we got into it. Like I fell into the trap and we brought it up early because that means I'm gonna have to play it up early. Otherwise, it sounds really unnatural to not talk about it. But
Hmm.
so yeah, one of the things that I feel like they could have done with JJK is like what Bleach did in the beginning, where Ichigo was still a normal student, but like he got pulled out of class sometimes to go save like some people from hollows and whatnot. They could have done the same here. They could have had like I guess Megumi, Nobara, and Itadori kind of just be like a three-man unit at their high school, and then they get called out sometimes for I guess curse extermination.
Yeah.
But other than that part of the world, I think it's really cool, like Jujutsu Kaisen's world and also powers. Um, I especially like domain expansion because it's a little reminiscent of me for like I said, Bleach Bankai.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like the author did say like he got a lot of inspiration from Bleach, so
I
it makes
think
sense.
that might be why I really like Jujutsu Kaisen because while Bleach had its issues, I was like I considered myself a pretty big fan of Bleach because I at least liked the character designs. Like Tite Kubo's one of his strengths is character design, not necessarily writing, but um, and he at least makes his characters look cool. And so
He has good art.
I was really happy about the flashiness of the art and like how cool they looked, how cool the powers looked, you know. So that was enough for me. I appreciated Bleach for what it is and was. But
Def
go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say Jujutsu Kaisen. If we were talking about like flashiness and style, like you can definitely tell like a lot of the characters in their design, like the author like puts effort into
That's
like, oh
true.
yeah, fashion, fashion.
Can we bring up the Kyoto or here? Let's see.
Technically, this
Jujutsu
is anime, but
Kaisen Kyoto sorcerers. I guess sorcerer.
like if we're saying this could be like
It's with a D.
this
Nobody
could
look.
be the fashion scene.
So here's like the Tokyo group. You got a panda. Has anyone ever seen a panda as a fucking sorcerer? It's the panda. Oh my gosh. And then no, you can't really see that. Is there like a better picture of the Kyoto school? Anyone? We get a better one? Nah. Okay, there's like a robot in there. Like I don't know if have you seen Mechamaru? Let me just search on Mechamaru. This, damn it! What is this? Dangan? No, not Danganronpa. Fuck you.
Oh wait a second. Wait a sec. This is spoilers, isn't this?
No,
This is Danganronpa
no.
spoilers.
That's Mechamaru. He's like a robot. And also,
Wait. No. These are also spoilers. This is like you can't see his real face.
we already said that there were going to be spoilers.
This is so sad.
Everybody chill out. You got Mekamaru. He's cool. All right. Spoiler alert. This chapter kind of. Okay, so. Anyways, point being, yeah. So I know a lot of people sometimes compare JJK to like Bleach and the best parts of Bleach,
Or
and
Naruto.
yeah, sometimes. But yeah, I think it's great that manga took or inspiration from Bleach and took sort of its best parts of it and put it into the manga. I think
Yeah.
this week's chapter was Did you read it yet?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I have been so busy.
Darn it. All right, I'll wait. I'll wait to talk to you about it later. But
Yeah, I will at you when I read all the chapters this week. Do you want to talk about like some of the weirder, obscure ones?
like what?
There's like I have not read Mashal. I read like the first two chapters of Mashals. I not exactly my type.
Magic and Muscles is basically like I'm not I guess like an avid comic or comedy
Uh-huh.
reader.
Hmm.
So
There's apparently plot now, but like okay, it feels like One Punch Man budget One Punch
well, no,
Man. That's how it feels.
that's really just what it is. It's like a strange parody or like spin-off of One Punch Man where it's just another super OP character that takes everything nonchalant and he
But
just
like at least Saitama is more like he's more self-aware of what's going on versus like Bashal's kind of like he's kind of a dense kid, which is like so like it's more like he's like a little bit more like Shigeo from Mob
I
Psycho.
don't even know that. I
Does
think
that
that
work though?
what?
Because like, does that even work? Because like, One Punch Man, like, the reason why it worked originally was just because like it was making fun of the OP anime character trope, and like, it was like self-aware of itself.
I don't know what people think of Magic and Muscles. I just know that I don't think it's like it's not for me, and
It's
I think that
yeah.
One Punch Man is definitely far superior because the way One Punch Man works is like it uses Saitama as like yeah like a parody of OP characters, but also like
Hmm.
Saitama also works as a broken badass OP character himself too, and I just don't see that from Mash.
It's not coming out this same way. I feel like obviously you don't want to compare things, but I feel like it's like the way like the mood feels like it feels like budget. It just feels like budget One Punch Man.
Yeah,
Let's
so
see.
anyone curious,
Magu-chan.
that's him. That's Mash, and I guess Magu-chan. I've read like maybe 3 chapters of that. I didn't
Yeah.
bite.
Yeah, it's definitely more the comedy, very wholesome content. It's cute, but like it's definitely not for everyone. But if you want something that's like wholesome, cute, and you just want to read about how a demon god thing that's not like a cute girl or a cute boy, it's like actually just straight up little like a demon thingy octopus, then yeah, you can read that one.
It's just
It's,
like comedy Cthulhu right there.
it is. Spy X Family.
Ooh, Spy X Family is actually really good. I
Hmm.
think this is one of the comedies I actually enjoy. 'Cause, I mean, do you consider it a comedy? I do.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a comedy. Especially since like the perspective is like from the child, and so I think that like that brings makes it a lot more comedic as opposed to I if it was from the more of a perspective like probably like if it was more from shoot I want to call him Twilight God
I think
from
this,
his pers
yeah, I think this is a
yeah.
pretty unique setup. Is that basically the most a lot of the viewpoint is told from a telepathic or not telepath, I guess, a psychic little girl, and
Hmm.
she can read minds. So you've got a spy, an assassin, and a psychic little girl. So
That's a top of the family. They're not actually a family. Well, they are a family, but they're like not biologically.
yeah, so it's got it like the whole like fake family thing, and as they slowly learn to accept each other, provides for a lot of wholesome moments while also being pretty funny. So I think this is like a really good series.
Yeah, and the little girl is just too young. Like she's not the like a mastermind. She is just like she just wants to be accepted. That's what makes it cute also.
Yeah, what makes it funny is also she acts like a little kid. It's
Uh huh.
a little shit faced brat.
Uh huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like she has powers, but it's not like her personality if that makes any sense. It's just like another aspect of her.
Yeah. Okay. So what about you read Yozakura Family much?
Which that one. Wait, which one is that one?
This is the you've got Tayo and Mutsumi, and she's like the head of a her family has a bunch of superpowers, and everyone wants to like they're like super spies basically. Spies.
I see. What's your opinion? I have not read that one.
I think um, Yuzakura family is good. I really enjoy it, but uh, how do I explain it or like try to show for it?
There is 57 chapters out there, so I can't imagine like there is like, at least a good fan base. Or otherwise, Shonen Jump would like cancel it.
Shonen Jump would have axed it, but I don't know. I think that like the part that draws me in the most is probably the family dynamic. I think
That's okay.
I think it's like it uses the fact that they're a family, so they have a large cast of wacky characters basically. So it's definitely like some kind of action comedy is what I classify it as, and
All right.
I would recommend people go read it.
Are we going to actually talk about My Hero in One Piece, or is that just never going to
I
happen?
mean, we could probably just end it on My Hero One Piece then. Um,
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind going over a little, honestly, since we started at like 9:10. So we could just skip Ayakashi Triangle. Nobody needs to read Ayakashi Triangle. It's just fan
Okay.
service.
Okay. Okay. All right. I literally read the first chapter. I'm like, this isn't plot. This is just an excuse to write fan service.
And if you okay, so here's another thing. If you read the most recent chapter, I'm just gonna say it is very clear that some of the attacks didn't need to show some things. Just saying.
Okay.
Anyways, Chainsaw. Well, no, let's see. Let's go with One Piece next. All of you people out there that are in the
We are
same
bullying
boat, on the
fodder.
same boat, the same pirate ship as the people who say One Piece is too long. Shut up.
I'm so sorry, Ashley.
Go read, watch One Piece. It's worth it.
It takes a
It's.
while to get into, but it's so good.
I don't think even that. I think it picks up much more quickly than things like JoJo. Like JoJo, it could take a lot of people a long ass time to get into JoJo. But like,
I feel like some people feel like JoJo is shorter just because of the fact that it has like parts, you know?
I guess.
And it is shorter. It is shorter, but like still.
But I think that like most people haven't like don't really get into JoJo until like part three where you get stands, and
Hmm.
oh, he partially cares about One Piece spoilers. All right, cool. But One Piece I think picks up pretty quickly in that while maybe the introduction can be a little weird, but like Kobe and Helmeppo, um, once you start getting to like Arlong, which happens pretty quickly, I think Arlong is where like I think it picks up.
Different people have different. Some people think it's Arlong. I like Sanji. There's some people who I like. I think it's like after Usopp. That's the problem with Usopp's arc is just like it was too dragged out for something that shouldn't
I
been
think
that
so.
long.
I think Usopp's introduction arc was kind of boring. I much preferred Sanji and also Arlong.
Yeah, I'm not saying Usopp is a bad character. There's a lot of people who hate Usopp as a character.
Why?
I just didn't think it needed to be that long. They were stuck on the slope for like forever.
God, Usopp is the greatest character of all time.
God, Usopp.
God, Usopp. But yeah, One Piece is a giant ass adventure. The world is gigantic. The world building is great. The powers are cool. You eat a devil
Um,
fruit. You can't swim, but you get like some crazy shit like bubbles, or turning into
Rubber.
light itself.
Hmm. I think it's like the creativity of like a really weird power that you wouldn't normally think is like useful. And I guess also like okay, the biggest thing about like One Piece is like the found family aspect. Like, it does it so well that like many mangas or like many shonen cannot reach the same level of like I don't know, like just like the characters who are just so loyal to each other. I think that's like the biggest thing, biggest draw for One Piece.
I think so too. Is that One Piece does a really good job of having a gigantic cast, but still having the main core, which is still like 9 characters, and interact,
10
or yeah, it's
now.
10 now, but interact with one another and support each other and show teamwork and yeah,
Well, I think because it's just so long running, One Piece can actually build all the relations like properly, even if it is like really slow paced.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, even when you have new characters introduced, you can see how much they care about each other, though.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
I
because like
think
it's not even the same pirate crew. There's like all the different islands they go to, and like you just learn how much they like just care about their country, or they care about each other, like their family or friends, stuff like that.
like even in some of the more recent chapters, like spoiler, Abhishek, quick mute, deafen yourself real quick. I'll let you know when there's a when I'll give you the AOK in chat, but three, two, one. So like when Jinbei, he's just the most recent addition to the Straw Hat crew.
Hmm.
Like you had that like some panels of like Nico, Robin, and Jinbei kind of hitting it off. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
they're
So
very wholesome. It's just like they're definitely the most mature. Well, Brooke likes to well, Brooke and Frankie both like to mess around, right?
yeah,
But Jinbei and Robin are much more reactionary. They just kind of like laugh off whatever's going on from the younger members.
yep. I think they're definitely the boomers of the group, but like not to the point that like they're just calling everyone younger than them a fool, an idiot, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, go read One Piece, guys. Don't let the length like stop you from going to experience this amazing series because at some point it's gonna end, and you don't want to miss
It
that
will end.
finale. That will be the end of a era right there. That'll be the last of the big three finally being put to rest.
That really would be.
Really, I'm gonna be like 25 when that happens because I think he said he should be. I think he's trying to end it by 2025, but who knows?
Okay, you say that, but I'm giving
Yeah,
it 10
I'm
years.
just saying.
I'm giving it 10
I
years.
don't know. I will believe One Piece is ending when it ends because that
No,
one time
I
Bleach
swear to
said
God. I
what
swear to God, 5 years ago he said the same thing.
he probably did. My thing is just like when like long ass mangas like this say they're gonna end, it'll be a while because Bleach said it was ending in like 2014 or like it had ended. It reached its final arc in 2014. That
Hmm.
shit still took 2 years to reach the end.
Hmm.
So it's a long ass time. All
Yep.
right, I'll tell. Abhishek we're done.
We're just gonna talk about One Piece now.
All right, so now we're on My Hero. Hey Abhishek.
Not One Piece, My Hero.
Yeah,
Yes,
We're on
My
My Hero now. You,
Uh,
I don't know if you care.
I think I'm caught up enough that like I kind of know what's going
Okay.
on. I don't
Okay.
care too much.
So there's no way none any of y'all watching have not seen My Hero, but let's just go with what we think is what about what's happening. You should turn away if you again spoilers for the anime watchers out there. But how do y'all feel about the current arc?
Honestly, I feel like the exciting stuff was just finished. To be 100% honest.
I think so too. I mean, I think the main clash between Deku and Shigaraki is over. This is the wind down now for this part of the story or this
Mhm.
arc. Or I guess maybe they're gonna shift the focus really because they're about to clash. Like if you look at this last panel, Makia is about to arrive on the battlefield. I don't know why Nejire is been given this spotlight all of a sudden. Like I don't think she's done anything yet. But then you've got
I feel so bad for Nejire.
Dabi, Todoroki, and Endeavor about to meet up too. This is gonna be fire.
Hopefully,
Maybe her power is going to be useful in like the next fight or something.
Maybe.
Look. This
Just,
is
like,
see,
wave
that's the
thing?
problem. It's Shonen. Like, I'm just gonna sit here. I look at female character. I'm like, you look cool. Are you gonna actually do anything? Probably not.
I mean, this
Well-
whole chapter was an Ochako versus Toga battle.
Hmm.
I think that was
Actually,
pretty cool.
okay. Actually, they treated him. He treated Mirko really well. God bless her. I hope she's alive. She's probably alive. This is Shonen. But
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Have you seen the Vigilantes spin-off mangas?
Yes.
Chapter
Yes,
on
I have.
Mirko? That was pretty funny.
Yes, I love her.
But yeah, ooh.
Yeah.
So Connor says that they can't kill Endeavor
Oh.
until Dobby does it himself. Honestly, what do you think would happen if that happens? Like if Dobby kills number 2, what happens?
That's a
Then
real okay.
Todoroki kills Dobby.
So like what happens if All Might
Okay.
and Endeavor are gone?
Then Hero Society's basically already screwed over at that point.
Who's number 3? It's Hawks, right? But then Hawks is also
Hawks.
severely injured right now.
He's severely injured, and also like it's a freaking number. Okay, look, it's also popularity, and then Best Genius is like.
Yeah, so what
wait,
happens?
Wait,
Is Best
didn't
Genius
they,
now
like-
number 1?
Wait, isn't like Best Genius like? I think they had like
Yeah,
little
no,
foreshadowing
he's
that
on the
Best
plane.
Genius is coming back.
Yeah, he's there. He's
Yeah.
on. That's him on the plane. 100%
Oh, okay,
has to
okay.
be Best Genius.
Yeah.
Best Genius, fashion idol.
Yeah. So what happens? No, so if Endeavor dies to Dobby, this is
Or
what happens.
number 1.
Best Genius is now number 1. That's literally what happens. The G Man is number 1, and I will lose my mind if that happens.
I will actually.
I honestly feel like I honestly do feel like that like this arc is like either is it I don't want My Hero to end, to be honest. But like at the same time, this feels like a very final arc.
This feels very climactic, but knowing Shonen Jump, even if this was the planned ending, My Hero or Shonen Jump
They'll drag it out
they'll-
longer.
They're gonna milk it.
they're gonna
They have
punch
to milk
Horikoshi
it.
and say, power scaling time. Give me a better villain.
No, it's honestly either that or like they're gonna do something. They can't like this is their money bag right now.
I definitely think.
What they might do is, even if they end it, they might give it like a sequel of some sort with Deku post high school.
I can see
High
that.
school?
I think that definitely, as
Because,
cynical or negative as it sounds, they'll definitely if My Hero is trying to end, Shonen Jump will or Shueisha / Shonen Jump will step in and say, "Hey, do something else to give us more money."
Well, okay,
Unless like yeah.
The thing is with like because like it's told at the beginning, like, yeah, this is my journey about how I became a hero, but like even for how that would like actually work is Deku graduates high school and then it's going to be like several years of him being a pro hero. Those several years of him being like an adult pro hero would be interesting, and then you could like also put a romance into that if someone else besides Shonen Jump, like maybe well, no, Shonen Jump would still serialize it to milk
I
it.
doubt it. I doubt like I don't trust like well there are a few cute ships, but I don't think like they're gonna focus that much on romance itself.
I mean, read this chapter and you will see how the stance on romance is going at the moment because it focuses on that too.
It's Toga. It's Toga. I don't.
Overall,
I
pretty cool
Toga.
chapter.
I don't like.
Toga's
I don't like something about
Toga
it.
is weird when it comes to that, though.
But Vigilantes, yes, Vigilantes good. We can all at least agree on that.
Yeah.
Interesting. The main character actually has a more interesting power. I'm so sorry, Deku. Every single time I just wrote power. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Deku's power isn't interesting. It's
It's
very like
What's-
it's very main character like hero thing that like.
All right, I don't know about
think
y'all,
excited
but
about.
like I guess because Deku looks different, his power manifests differently than All Might. I thought All Might, despite being basically like the equivalent of Superman, was really cool, and I think All for One is really
No,
cool. Or
It's not
One
that.
for
It's
All,
like the
sorry.
beginning stuff. I love the beginning stuff. Like trying to get used to the power. That was interesting. But the problem is now that he doesn't even think anymore. All he does
Yeah.
is punch. Oh, that's all he does.
just-
He doesn't
Like I think
about
like
his own.
mid season 2, like
Yeah.
post the sports festival, he just like suddenly started going down into thinking. Like he was just like run in and like think with like emotions first rather than like how do I
Logic.
cleverly defeat this guy because I'm not strong enough.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just get really inspired every time I see the animation for One for All. It's the lights just bouncing
No,
around
okay,
each
like,
other.
it's
Yeah, that's
hype,
cool.
yeah, but like
It's cool.
it's when you it is hype, and like I mean My Hero some top tier music, but like it's like
Same as
it's not
Haikyuu.
that interesting of a power, you know.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
guess
and
we-
then
I guess we've got
That's
different
why.
definitions of interesting because I guess maybe for y'all it's like deep or complex, but to me, an interesting power maybe just has to look cool because there's nothing more cool than a blonde Japanese man yelling "Tokusatsu Smash!"
Yeah, no, but it's that's less cool when it's Deku yelling that.
Are you kidding me? I think a
I
small
don't like-
Japanese boy yelling Texas Smash is even funnier.
Detroit.
Can
Smash.
you
Okay, I think-
imagine if I go to Japan to study abroad and I'm just like, howdy, and then this guy's like, Tokusatsu Smash! That'd be funny as
Okay,
shit.
is it like you guys gonna hate me for this, but I watched it dub, so like I was used to his dub voice than the sub
Ew.
voice.
I hate the My Hero dub. It's ass. And I know
It's
that
okay
some
enough.
of the early translators that for My Hero tried to like localize that, take their names and make them like I guess English sounding names. I hate the idea of localizing something. Like it's fine for the older shit like Ash Ketchum and Jimmy. Okay, no, Jimmy Kudo is weird. I hate it when Detective Koday got localized to Jimmy Kudo
Oh,
instead of
no.
Shinichi. But you know, you should not be localizing anime quote unquote with like names and shit nowadays. That's like
No, I don't think it should be localized. Like other
At
than
that point,
the,
it's like cultural appropriation.
it's not
What
even
is
cultural appropriation. It's just weird. Why do you need
this?
to
It's
do
just,
Yeah.
that?
it is
Um,
like okay. I think the thing with the English dub, the only thing I
Night
don't
Soul
like
Angel,
is
you are right. You are 100% right. I'm glad we agree on this. I feel like we've had this discussion before, but it sometimes pops back up. That's just how it is.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby. Sorry, I forgot what the connect names.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I only
Boo! Art officer sucks.
look. I have to remember all the art people names. Okay,
Is she not
it's
an art
it's
person?
plenty hard.
I,
Wait, she's
I,
not an art person.
I thought she goes to general meetings and art meetings.
I don't think.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Hmm.
She just seemed
Well,
like the
it's
type of
okay.
person to also draw.
No. But if she does draw and come to our meetings, I always appreciate more art people.
But yeah, that's my hero, guys. It's 9:10 now. Do you want to wrap this up, or do you want to? I think we could wrap it up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I
The
think
last two
so.
are
And then
Doctor Stone and Chainsaw Man, but you should go read those two. Doctor Stone's about like science and shit. It's like if Bill Nye the Science Guy was in an anime slash manga, this would be Doctor Stone. And
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man, like I said before, it's kind of just crazy as shit. It's exactly what it sounds like, a chainsaw man.
it's a guy with a chainsaw, killing things.
Yep, go read it. All right, how to wrap this up?
Undead Unluck. Nobody likes it. Or nobody talks about it, but like it exists. It's like an underdog. I appreciate it.
Yep. Now, is there a natural way to wrap this up? Do I have like an outro?
I don't know. You're the officer. Or a officer.
Yumi bad. Um, there's anime stuff. Manga's better than anime. Manga elitism is good. What
All
else?
hail manga. Yes, exactly. If you're an anime only watcher, you suck. Gatekeeping time. You're not a real weeb. Booyah!
Allow me to gatekeep you one step further. Light novels or the light novel readers are the true fans.
Oh,
Could you say
never
that
mind.
when it's
I figured how to end this.
what?
Fuck Abhishek.